there, Michaelers. All right. Okay. We got a lot to talk about today. First off, don't forget to get your Stays All Day Shea Fragrance Body Butter. And I have enhanced Sing on Sock for King of Pop. It's a fragrance that I had found. And you know, whenever you add the shea butter, you change the fragrance just a little bit. So make sure you order your Sing on Sock so I can do a live 5. Okay, go to Stays All Day Shea Fragrance Body Butter. I have several. I have released 20 fragrances so far. A lot of them are sold out, and a lot of them I've had to make over and over and over and over again. All right, so Sing on Sock for King of Pop, and I got a couple of Michael Joes left. Okay, all right, so Stays All Day Shea. All right, yes, there was a post that Paris apparently made. She had a conversation with someone privately. And same old thing, but we're gonna get into her in just a minute. We're gonna get into her in just a minute because I had something planned for you guys already before that even happened this morning. Okay, today is Martin Luther King's birthday, so I wanted to start with something that I posted 6 years ago today. Okay, it was posted January 16th, 2017. And it is Michael Jackson's first message to us after the death announcement. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday, Dr. King. Thank you for giving your life for us. Thank you so much, Dr. King. Today's his official
January 15th. is also Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.
It's just 7 days after the death announcement.
As the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Path
Be
to
on the
freedom.
lookout for a live 3, Michael Jackson, The Living Dead, and be sure to watch a live 2, Michael Jackson, The Great Escape, and the first alive is Michael Jackson Really Dead. Make sure you watch today.
All right, so let's go back. I talked over just the very beginning of this, okay?
January 15th is also Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.
In what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Did you catch the word freedom? The greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Now, Michael had to find that quote, and this is the first message that we got from Michael publicly on a world stage, which was the promo for This Is It, right? So this is the promo for This Is It, his last concert. He's telling us he faked his death because it's the greatest demonstration for freedom. He wanted out of his fame. He wanted out of the allegations. He wanted to escape his troubles, okay, because he couldn't get his projects done because he was blacklisted, blackballed. People were giving him a hard time. And so he says the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Listen one more time. Now listen to what he sings. So Michael's talking about racism, okay? Right? If Martin Luther was living, he wouldn't let this be. Michael would go to, hey, Martin Luther King, help me. But what people don't realize is that Martin Luther King was very hated. Okay. He had the Poor People's Campaign, which he expanded to poor people and not just black people. The day before that he was assassinated was when he did the Poor People's Campaign, and he told black people to take your money out of white banks. The white power structure had it at that time. They're like, we're done. The guy's got to go now. Okay. And he was assassinated, unfortunately, at the Lorraine Hotel. And I like the name Lorraine, and that's so unfortunate, but today is his legal holiday for his birthday. His birthday really was yesterday. All right. So I also on January 15th. Okay. So happy birthday, Dr. King. And thank you for giving your life for freedom. Thank you. All right. So before I go there, I want to play you something that Conrad Murray said. Okay. And this one girl named Mobley Chima, okay, her and I have been going back and forth, and it's just become a mess on YouTube. And I decided that I'm just done. I can't do this forever. I'm a busy person. All right. So she posted this, and I'm going to use it. And here it is. Here's Conrad Murray being interviewed several years ago. And she posted this. Let me show you. Here it is. Okay. Here's Conrad Murray confirming my suspicion that Michael Jackson faked his own death. Okay, so I have it geared up. Here's Conrad Murray. Listen to what he says.
Do you know that your life and my life will become inseparable for the rest of time?
Now, I have that in the live docu-series, okay? I have that in there, okay? So Michael said to Conrad Murray, it's in the live docu-series because it's in his book, that Michael told him for the rest of their lives, they're going to become inseparable, right? Here, let me put it back just a little bit.
And who said to him one day and gave the most chilling statement to me, Conrad, do you know that your life and my life will become inseparable for the rest of time? That was chilling. But what do you mean by that? He chuckled, smiled a little bit, relaxed, and engaged me again. And he says, because I am clairvoyant, you'll see.
Okay, clairvoyant. Okay. Conrad also said, Michael said that he told him he was castrated for a higher voice. Why would Joe do that? I mean, I'm going to get to more, but why would Joe do that? Wouldn't Joe like a whole bunch of more little Michaels running around? Right? Start all over again with a whole new generation of little Michaels, right? So I don't believe the castration, and I don't even know if that works or if that's even scientifically or medically proven. Who cares? It's silly, but Conrad Murray said that. Okay, now this one. So that's going to tell you that it's premeditated. Okay, Conrad and Michael were premeditated. Okay, Michael knew that he chose Conrad Murray to help him with the death hoax. Okay, so now we're going to go to another part of this, which is right. Let's see. I wrote down the time of this interview. All right. So now we're going to listen to more of it. Okay.
We'll do the taking away. But cheerful. I gave him freedom. I gave him joy.
I gave him freedom. You gave him freedom? Let's hear that again.
I gave him freedom. I gave him joy. I allowed him to release, go through all the bundle of the years of misery. But I can tell you, he left me a heavy load because I had to carry that burden.
Okay, so Conrad right there, okay? Let's go back just a little bit further.
On the side of his mouth, helpless.
Oh, no, this is good about how Michael was good at disguising himself. So let's hear this one.
Ways Michael would disguise himself in public.
Hear him chuckle. Hear him giggling, walking like a stroke victim, drooling on the side of his mouth. Helpless. Come on, do the taking away. But cheerful. I gave him freedom. I gave him joy. I allowed him to release, go through all the bundle of the years of misery. But I can tell you, he left me a heavy load because I had to carry that burden.
Okay. All right. So Conrad admits it right there. He gave Michael freedom. He gave him joy. He released him from that misery. Okay. You wouldn't say that to a man that's really dead, that had 3 small children to raise, right? Who had a mother, a father, 8 brothers and sisters, right? No, you say you gave him freedom and you gave him joy and you released him for the misery, but he left me with a big burden and big heavy load to carry. Okay. Michael says in his first statement, freedom. Okay. It's the greatest demonstration of freedom in the history of our nation. Okay. He also said if Martin Luther King was living, he wouldn't let this be. So Michael thought that he was persecuted due to racism. And it also, no black man had ever reached that level of fame in the entertainment industry. Okay. So I'm just saying, okay, I don't make this stuff happen. I just report it, and you fans have been so wonderful showing me a lot and a lot and a lot of facts, proof, evidence, and clues. Okay. So happy birthday. So there you go. Michael was trying to get his freedom and his joy and release him for years of misery. Thank you, Conrad Murray, for that one. Okay. All right. So let's update Lisa Marie Presley. Toxicology reports, we've got to wait for that to come. Lisa's mother released a statement saying Lisa was dead, not a doctor. And with Michael, the reason why it's important that it wasn't a doctor, because when Michael was announced dead, they had a press conference with cameras in the PR room at UCLA, and Jermaine announced his brother dead wearing a shirt that says living as king. Okay. So I'm just saying, big difference. I believe Lisa Marie Presley died. Okay. And I mean, I'm willing to look at anything, but I really believe that she's unfortunately died. Okay. A lot of people are kind of confused why I believe that Lisa Marie Presley and Michael Jackson's marriage was fake. It was. Legally, it was faked. It was, why marry Debbie and Lisa in other countries? Come on. We got a country right here, USA. This is where you live. This is where your citizenship is. How come you didn't marry him here in the USA? That's number one. Dominican Republic, because he bought off a magistrate. And I released the video. And it's also in my Live 3 where the magistrate was outside of his jurisdiction. The other one is also you have to be divorced. At that time, Dominican law from the embassy website said that you had to be divorced for 10 months. They were divorced, Lisa and Keough. He was, they got divorced 20 days before Lisa married Michael, and that divorce took place not here in the United States, but it took place in the Dominican Republic. Mr. Keough, Lisa's husband, his brother was the official witness there. Does that make sense to you? That the brother was, that the ex-husband's brother was there as the official witness? Okay. And Joseph, Michael Joseph Jackson. It's in the wrong name. All kinds of spelling errors on it. And if you want a marriage recognized here in the USA, you have to register it here. You can't just go get married willy-dilly all over the country and not let the USA know. So I have found no proof that that marriage was ever registered here. And the divorce papers, just like, it's like an empty file, okay, with hardly nothing in it, okay? They never exchanged any assets, no assets. Now, did Michael and Lisa end up falling in love? Maybe. I don't know. And Mr. Keough reports where he still lived at Lisa's property, supposedly in the guest house. I'm just saying, okay? So this is why it's factual that the marriage was illegitimate, because they broke too many rules and too many laws in order to do that marriage. And I'm not even sure he kissed the bride. In that there's a wedding ceremony, I'm not even sure that they kissed, okay? Because the brother was there to make sure, okay? All right, so there we go. Now, Omer baddie, okay? Omer and Dr. AJ Farshian. Don't worry, I'm getting to Paris. I'm going to get to it. You guys just got to be patient. Omer baddie, who is a play brother, a play son, and a play brother to Paris Prince and Blanket. Michael met him when he was 11, 12 years old, and his parents worked for Michael. His father worked as a driver and his mother worked as a nanny. But I thought Grace was the nanny. Or was Grace the secret girlfriend? I don't know. And she had to play like she was a nanny. I'm just saying. Michael and Grace went a lot of places together. Okay. She was supposed to be the nanny. People say she was the nanny. So when people come around, you got to act like you the nanny, girl. Okay. And I can understand that with Michael. Okay. Because also one of the Nation of Islam was a nanny too. But the reason why I can understand that, because there's a lot of hate, a lot of jealous fans get jealous if Michael has a girlfriend. So Michael had to hide so many of his relationships and sneak around, which is, a hard way to live, because the fans would get all jealous and get all mad, and that's what's happening to me right now. Okay. But anyway, Omer, Jack Crooner, Dr. AJ Farshian. Dr. AJ Farshian is a singer. And when he's a singer, he calls himself Jack Crooner. Some people think that that's Michael Jackson. The Believe channel, who has more views than me and who has more subscribers than me, okay, say that, try to do all kinds of stuff to let fans think that Jack is Michael, right? Jack is not Michael, okay? Number one, we have no proof Michael can do a perfect, unrelenting, consistent Farsi accent. Michael can speak fluent native Farsi. Dr. AJ Farshian is bowleg, and Michael's more knock-kneed, okay, like Catherine, all right? And their body shapes are different, okay? Dr. Farshian has a longer torso, okay, than Michael. Now, the haters, if they're so outraged that people are pretending to be Michael, how come they ain't giving him a hard time? How come they ain't, hassling the Believe channel and tell them to stop? You're hurting Michael. You're terrible. You're awful. Michael's dead. How could you have him pretending like he's Michael? They don't get none of that. Okay? They don't get none of that. Okay? None of that. Okay? At least from these group of haters who conspire, okay, who are conspiring and who have committed crimes by conspiring, okay, to destroy someone's life because I say something that they don't like, right? All right, so it's targeted towards me, okay? And Michael especially couldn't have a black woman that he cared about, because then the fans really be pissed off, okay? Because I'm a target, Shauna Mangatal's a target, okay? Me and Shauna don't get along. Unfortunately, we had a falling out. It's so unfortunate because I intended to like her. I intended for us to be cool. Okay, it just didn't work out that way. Okay, but she gets targeted too. Something terrible, something fierce. Okay, all right. So it is targeted towards me, and it's targeted towards Peter Michael Bobby. Okay, Omer, I believe, hangs out with AKA Jack Crooner, AKA Dr. Farshian, who he really is Dr. Farshian. I think because he's set up as a diversion. Okay, who are these haters really? Okay, how come they're not over there? If they just care about people impersonating, right? And people just pretending like they Michael, how come they're not over on the Believe channel? And how come Omer is hanging around with him? I think it's a diversion because Michael wants to un-Michael Peter. Okay, un-Michael Peter. Peter's reputation has gotten so ugly, so bad, that if Michael ever plans to come back, oh my God. They've called him a child molester. They've called him a thief. They've called him every name in the book. And lately, nobody released pictures of Bobby Anderson, except for Bobby Anderson, except for Michael Jackson, except for Peter Medani, except for Peter Pam PYT, except for the glove one, except for the greatest milestone. That's the same. Those are the same people. That's the same accounts. Okay. Nobody has released those photos except for him. and where he's at. And as time moves on, the photos of the Anderson family, all let's just put it all out there as if that's supposed to change history of what happened that I have detailed for you guys in Alive 3.
A burden, but also a blessing for Dr. Murray, treating Michael.
In Alive 3. Okay, and Alive 4. I detailed it for you in Alive 3 and Alive 4. So if anybody wants to know why I believe Peter is Michael, is because of everything that has happened that's detailed in Alive 3 and Alive 4. Like, how could people be thinking you're Michael for years before I even met you? I didn't even know you. Okay, people thought it way before January 15, 2012, which is me and Peter anniversary when he first called me. We're going to get into that, right? For years before that, people thought he was Michael. And with that information, he going to open up a Twitter account the day before the death announcement? How is that even possible if he's not Michael? How is that possible? That you're going to open up a Twitter account when people think you're Michael already and without me being involved, okay? And you're going to open up your Twitter account the day before, the same day that Michael couldn't use same day Michael stopped using his Twitter account? That's supposed to be some kind of coincidence? It's not. It's not. Okay? Him knowing about Neverland being sold before anybody else in the world knew. Okay? A house is not a home. Okay? The whole Rare Pearl saga, which I'm going to go over, okay, that involves January 15th. And I'm going to go over it quick because most of you guys know the story. Okay? So for Go for Ashes. So for Go from Ashes is Michael. Okay? The Black Pearl ship out the window. Okay? The Bing Crosby fedora hat golf cart. Okay? The knowing about the hologram before it even happened. Okay? And a whole bunch more stuff, that involved Janet, and his birthday is supposed to be December 3rd or December 4th. And then Peter Pan, because his name was Peter Pan, PYT, aired on December 3rd. And then The Wiz on December 4th. And Janet promoting it, saying, watch it, keep plays alive. I mean, it's just so much. Okay? And guess what, Michael? All that will never, ever, ever change. Okay? So I don't care who releases whatever statement, okay, and says, Peter's not Michael, stop. Unless you address how all this can happen, then you ain't saying nothing, because the Jacksons have been saying Michael's dead since June 25th, 2009. So the words obviously don't mean much to me, because I'm a facts, proof, evidence, and clues type of gal. Unless the words can be substantiated and the words have meaning, not just you're stupid, Peter's not Michael. No, that don't mean not much to me. Why should it? Now, of course, Peter's accounts have been taken down again. Okay, and when fans were all worried, oh no, his house is taken down. Oh no, the haters. Oh no, no, no. I'm like, this is the same old stuff. He has to. He has to take them down so that there's not serious research if he plans to come back. Okay? So he needs to un-Michael himself, but not at my expense to where I'm going to look like a fool. Not at my expense, right? Not at my expense. So I suggest to anybody who hasn't watched my live docu-series, please do, and judge me on my own merit. Judge me on the information, because if you judge it on what's in your head and you haven't watched the Alive docu-series, it's not going to make sense. You're not going to be able to figure it out. It's not something that, I got to be smart enough to figure out. No, it's not that. It's what you missed. Okay? The world watched but didn't see. Okay? So I saw for you guys and I am reporting. Okay? So I think that there's something conspiring with them, the haters not being over there at the Believe channel with Dr. AJ Farshin. Okay? Jack Crooner. Okay? They're only here at me because I'm the bad guy. Okay? All right. So, okay. So now let's get to the Rare Pearl, because I'm sorry for you advanced believers to go over this, but you got to remember there's always new people. There's always new people. Okay, so here we go. All right, so January 15th is me and Peter Michael Bobby's 11th anniversary. And I just think Paris making a statement, apparently, making a statement on our 11th anniversary, and we're going to talk about, there's been 2 times that happened in 13 and a half years, where somebody in the Jackson family has negated something. Okay, it's happened with Jermaine Jackson. Oh my God, in 2011, right before they released a copy of his "You Are Not Alone" book. Okay, the reason my lips are chapped is because I don't want to put something on it. Because have you noticed you put chapstick on it, then if you don't keep putting chapstick on it or lipstick on it, your lips burn? Have you guys noticed that? Okay, anyway, so I don't put anything on it because I don't want my lips to burn. Okay, that makes me keep putting it on. So anyway, so Jermaine had announced, and who was in charge of his account at the time was some ghostwriter by the name of Dennis something. Okay, can't even remember his name, but it's in my live docu-series. Okay, and he said, stop fanning the flames about Michael faking his death. Fanning the flames? How about you wearing a shirt saying "Living as King" when you announce your brother, quote, the legendary king of pop is dead? That's fanning some flames, okay? Not me fanning flames. That's you fanning flames. Then there was this big back and forth, and then eventually, I guess Jermaine found out about it, and he said, "Don't worry, fans are one. It's all, fans are one," and it just ended it, and everything was cool. Okay, that was the first time the death hoax was, and it was Dennis. What is his last name? I don't even remember now. Okay, but it's in my live docu-series, okay? And he was the ghostwriter at the time, and he was in charge, reportedly, what I found online, of Jermaine's Twitter account. And I think after that, Jermaine took his Twitter account back. But it was a few days, like in a day or two, the cover of Jermaine's book. So I was being used to promote the book. Okay, I get it. Hey, I get it. And then the second time was a few years ago. When Paris had tweeted, it was on her Twitter, that Peter wasn't Michael. Okay, and then after that, she shows up at a Jackson event where Austin and her were singing. Austin Brown, which is Reeby's child, were singing or something, and Catherine was there wearing a butterfly necklace. And a butterfly. I give butterflies out for years. If you buy an Alive docu-series DVD, I always give you a butterfly, a magnetic butterfly, because butterfly comes from the Invincible album, and butterflies mean a new beginning. And Michael had planned on faking his death during the Invincible album. But I also wonder if Michael and Paris were like, I gotta show you guys this, were not on good terms at that time. I'm gonna get to Peter Michael Bobby, I'm sorry, but there's just so many things. There's just so much. Okay, Eagles. Hold on, let me look this up. Eagles. Okay. During this time, I believe it was 2018, I think. And the Eagles had been awarded, the RIAA, Recording Industry Association of America, was awarded that #1 spot for the #1 selling album in the history of music in the United States, became the Eagles' greatest hits instead of Thriller. Oh my God, the estate was upside down. The estate was mad. The fans were upset. Everybody was upset, saying, how is that possible? When did that occur? And I talked about it many, many times. How did the Eagles outsell Thriller? When are they promoted? I don't get it. And the album came out in the 70s, right? And all of a sudden in 2018, you gonna sell more than Michael? There's nothing that correlates that to make that so. Okay. So anyway, I wonder if Paris and Michael were in some kind of argument at that time, because here, let me show you. Okay. This is, 2018, 9/14/2018. And this was Paris's Twitter account. And she says, Don Henley and Joe Walsh are killing it too. But that goes without saying, effing beast as usual. Eagles, Star Eagles. She's promoting the Eagles. Look at this. Deacon Fry is freaking killing it. Hashtag Eagles. But we're all mad. We're all hurt. We're all devastated because the Eagles overtook Michael's spot. So why was she promoting the Eagles? You know, I'm just saying. I got more. Okay. Let's see. And then on her Instagram, and I think it was the Insta story. All right, here we go. She promoting the Eagles. See the eagle flying right here? And she's promoting the Eagles. This was on 9/13/2018. She promoting the Eagles on her Instagram account. What's that all about? You know, I'm just saying, hey, let me see. I got more. Let me see if I have another one. Yep, and here it is again. Hold on, I'm going to turn the camera on as soon as it comes up. And she's saying, Don, whatever, Henley is the man. And she's at an Eagles concert. And this is on the 13th, 2018. And just to make sure I'm being fair, okay, I think this was just a few weeks before the Eagles were billboards RIAA, given RIAA. Let me see what this is. Hold on. Let's do this and let me Google it. Okay. When did the Eagles RIAA number one become number one? Okay. Oh, here it is. It says August 20th, 2018. There it is right here. All right. Oh, that's not even there anymore. Okay, let's see. I know it was before that, August 20th, the 18th, the 20th. Here it is here. Okay. Oops. Okay. August 20th, there it is, right here. It was a lot of chatter before it was even announced. And she was doing that in September, and this was the 20th of, so just a few weeks. We were hurt. Beating the king of pop. The Eagles have #1 album of all time. The Eagles' greatest hits has moonwalked past Michael Jackson's Thriller to become history's best-selling album of all time. We were devastated. And she gonna go to an Eagles concert. And that was just right around the time that she said, you know, Peter wasn't Michael. I'm just saying. Were they in an argument? Were they in a fight? I don't know. But don't you care? You're promoting the people that just beat your dad, and it was his #1 greatest achievement to be #1 in the USA, in his home country. Okay? And it hasn't reverted. The Eagles are still #1, and I don't get it. Okay? Because nobody's promoting the Eagles, but Michael's selling like crazy, like hotcakes. Okay? He's selling out new artists. Okay, and the Eagles, where is their promotion to promote all these sales? So like he said, if Martin King was living, they wouldn't let it be because maybe they don't want a black man and Michael's black on the cover of Thriller. Okay, they don't want that to be the #1 selling album in the USA. Okay, that's a threat. Okay, so that's just me. Okay, so Lisa Marie Presley was supposed to be writing a memoir. When it was going to happen with that, because so was Aaron Carter. Okay, and Aaron died right before the memoir, and here's Lisa dying right before the memoir. I'm just saying she was supposed to have one. Okay, I don't know. Okay, and then with Aaron Carter, they tried to twist something around to where Aaron says, yeah, one time Michael did do a little something that's a little weird, but I'm gonna name my kid after him though. That was supposed to be in the memoirs. And so anyway, they stopped the release of the memoirs for Aaron Carter. Lisa Marie, I wonder what Priscilla's going to let them do. Okay, I really do. Because I know Priscilla is devastated. Okay, and so are her 3 children. Riley, Finley, Harlan. I can't remember. Their names are so Riley, I know. But anyway, them. They're, I got to get their names right. Their names are Harlequin Romance. No. What is their names? Okay, hold on. LMP Children. LMP Children names. Okay. Okay, Lisa Marie Presley. Oh, I got to put her name. Lisa Marie. I'm still in shock. But she had a memoir that was coming. So her kids are Harper, Finley, and Riley. And their son, I think his name was Benjamin. Yeah. Benjamin committed suicide a couple years ago, and that must have been really tough on her. So rest in peace, Lisa. Okay, and thanks for being there for Michael, honestly. Okay, let's see. The Brandon comment. We got a couple more, and I'm going to get to some more stuff, okay? The Brandon Howard comment. Okay, let's see where that is. All right, so a few days ago, I think on the 13th, Brandon had put this in his Insta story. Brandon Howard, who I believe is Michael's bio child. A underrated form of self-love is letting other people love you. It's okay to come out of hiding. I found that to be kind of strange. Out of hiding. Is he talking about Michael? Is he talking about somebody else? I just find it very interesting. Come out of hiding. Okay. Because Michael's in hiding. Okay. Let's see. I got something else here. Oh, now to discuss the haters again. Somebody had did this long rant. Okay. Pearl's terrible. Peter, Mike, and Bobby's terrible. You can say it 50 million ways, but that's what it says. They're terrible. And they had released this saying, I've tried everything. Facebook won't take her down. YouTube won't take her down. Twitter won't take her down. So I'm asking Facebook again. And I talk to the family and they don't care and blah, 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 blah. I have freedom of speech, and everything I say, you can verify it. It's verifiable. Okay. So here we go. All right. So, this is part of their rant, okay, and Michael Jackson is alive down. Regarding Michael Joe Jackson or Michael Jackson's alive down off Facebook. It's slander, it's fake news, and I reported to Facebook and YouTube about Pearlie Jr. many times and about what she's doing, and they do nothing. Okay, they do absolutely nothing. I've contacted the Jackson family about all this, and I talked to Taj Jackson, Michael Jackson's nephew, all this about Pearl, about the believers, about the slander, about the false information, about the expressionism. And they told me to leave her alone. Leave her alone. Let her keep doing what she's doing. We can't stop her. And then she's like, WTF, What do you mean? You can't stop her. You're the Jackson family. Don't you have connections here? And you do something about this? And they said, we know all about this. This is not the first time somebody has come to me with this. We are well aware of what she's doing. They told me to just ignore it with all the advice they gave me. So maybe Facebook can do something. Okay, I don't know. No, you're a big corporation, please. Why is somebody so hell bent? I mean, if you don't like it, move on. You could, I'm not, you know, I don't have to be in your life. You can choose not to come on my page or not to come on my channel. You can choose to block me and never hear from me again. Okay. But as far as my investigation, why does it threaten your life? How does it affect your life? Okay. How does it affect your life? You know, because you really do have a choice not to be a part of my world. I am a reporter. I have a bachelor's of arts degree in radio, TV, media. Okay. I am a licensed media company. I am a documentary filmmaker. I am an author. Okay. So that gives me a reason why I'm doing this. And I'm an investigative journalist. I've been credentialed at several trials. I've been credentialed at the 2005 Michael Jackson trial. I was credentialed at the Conrad Murray trial. And also I attended, you didn't need a credential for the Catherine versus AEG live trial. But I attended it. I attended the Mark Shaffel trial versus Michael Jackson. I attended the IRS case. Okay, the IRS versus Michael Jackson. Is that all the ones I've attended? Is that it? Oh, the Tome case. Okay, so this is what I do. This is what I do. So if you know that I'm going to say death hoax clues and you don't want to hear it, then don't come on my page or on my channel. It's simple. But some people like feeling outraged. They like getting mad every day. They like waking up. What'd she do today? What'd she do today? I'm going to tell about what I found that Michael faked his death. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to give some Michael news. That's what I'm going to do every day. I'm going to do something like that. If it's not in a video, it's in a post. And if I miss a day here and there, that means that I'm just busy. Okay. Then people are worried about, you're making a profit. How do you know? Yeah, that's why I had to get a couple of jobs during this time, right? It's because I'm making so much money. And you think that since I'm a black woman, I'm supposed to work for free? I'm not supposed to earn a living. I'm supposed to be homeless on the street somewhere. I don't live off the system. I have bills to pay. You know, this phone costs money that I'm on, right? The internet service costs money that I do my videos and I do my stuff on. This apartment costs rent. These clothes cost money. Okay. Food costs money. These glasses cost money. Okay. I need money to brush my teeth. Even toothpaste costs money. Okay. I need money for my eyeliner. Okay. Everything costs money. Okay. And this is one of the ways that I earn money. But you fans know that I usually put the money right back in, right? To do another documentary, right? Right. Okay. So I'm trying to do a live 5. So you guys, please, don't forget, get some sing on socks. Okay, sing on socks. And Michael sings on socks, right? Okay, and you do the Stays All Day Shade, which is on staysalldayshay.com. Okay, so somebody wrote that. So the Jacksons are like, leave her alone, leave her alone. We know what she's doing, leave her alone. Ignore her, leave her alone. We know, leave her alone. And then right after I posted that, then apparently, Paris has made some private statement somewhere. Okay, but we're going to get to that in a minute, okay? Because I'm going to make you guys wait for that. All right, so let's see. I'm making sure all my stuff is here. Okay, so now what I have is this. I'm going to get to this right here. January 15th, meet Peter, Michael, Bobby. This is our special day. All right. All right. So this is something that I had put together a while ago. All right. And it's something that you guys can do. All right. So anyway, Michael owned the Beatles catalog, right? Because it was a part of the Sony ATV catalog. And a lot of people were upset that he owned that a black man could sit on his butt and earn millions of dollars a year. That's the white man's way of making money. And black people ain't supposed to do that. Okay. So anyway, so there was the Abbey Road album, right? And the Abbey Road album was the part of the Paul is Dead. Okay. Paul is Dead, right? That was a part of a hoax of 1969 that represented Paul is Dead. Paris has posted this many times, several times on her thing. Okay. So anyway, so they had an unreleased song, or it was on another. The only extra track we haven't heard, except from a friend of mine who has every single outtake ever, is a group cover called Come and Get It, which Paul gave to Badfinger and was a massive hit. Another version was featured on the Beatles anthology. Thanks to everyone who gave the column credit for breaking Abbey Road's 50th anniversary box set story yesterday. Okay, so it's the 50th anniversary. Michael died at 50, but I think that's just a coincidence. And there was a box set, and there was a song called Come and Get It. And it's off the Abbey Road album. And the Abbey Road album is tied to the Paul is Dead death hoax. I'm just saying. Okay. Then Peter Michael Bobby called me for the first time on January 15th, 2012, which was yesterday, right? Which was yesterday. So it is now, as of yesterday, it was it was not even 24 hours because he called me at 9:46 p.m. Okay. And so that was the first time he ever called me, right? See, Peter Pan PYT, the first time he ever called me, January 15th. Okay, so then there was the Come and Get It, the Rare Pearls. Come and Get It now we know is tied to the Paul is Dead death hoax, right? The Rare Pearls is from the cartoon, a rare pearl, the Jackson 5 cartoon, a rare pearl. Now, the song Come and Get It is another, not the same Beatles Come and Get It. It's just called the same. Okay. So the Jacksons, but it's really called Love's on Fire. But I guess it's called Come and Get It, right? I'm just saying. Okay. The Rare Pearls. That came out around Michael's birthday, 2012, after Peter Michael Bobby first called me. Okay. Then they have this song, Mama's Pearl. Guess Who's Making Whoopee with Your Girlfriend? It's a bonus track. Now they just call it Mama's Pearl. But Guess Who's Making Whoopee? So both of these songs had alternative titles, right? So Guess Who's Making Whoopee is Mama's Pearl, but they changed the lyrics because they thought Guess Who's Making Whoopee with Your Girlfriend was a little bit too mature for the boys. So they changed it to Mama's Pearl, which was my favorite song growing up with the Jacksons. Okay, Jackson 5. So then, 1 exact year later, is the Jackson 5 cartoon series is released on January 15, 2013, featuring the cartoon, the Rare Pearl. Just saying. Hold on a second. I gotta mute just for a second. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to make this a part 2. So I will be back in a minute, guys. I'll be back.